Welcome back, guys, to your daily ARK Survival Ascended news update. Today we're going to be talking about all the things going on in the Discord, as always keeping you guys up to date with the constant news that is coming from the devs to do with ARK Survival Ascended. Today we're talking about the release date a little bit, obviously with no delays, and talking about other little bits that we pick up from the Discord that is very interesting news for you guys to know building up to launch. Something that someone sent me earlier today has actually got me very excited for this Friday's community crunch. Now, I'm going to be making a separate video on this later because it's quite big information. And if this is true, which I think it is, it's to do with Steam, then this could mean Friday could be big. I don't want to build up the hype. I don't want to say, oh, this is guaranteed or anything like that. But I'm going to be reading into it. And then if it's something for a video, then it will definitely come later, but I'll let you guys know that later on. So make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get in with today's ARK news. So the first thing, pretty amazing news, is that someone said to Dolly in the Discord, they're going to be delaying the game once again, was told by a very good source. And Dolly straight away came straight in with stop the cap. Like, that was all she said straight away. Is just, they're obviously building up to launch. It's Wildcard. There's going to be so many people just saying, they're delaying the game. Like, I completely understand it that people are doing that as well, because the game has the amount of times, if you've been in the ARK community, you have pain from the past of just knowing what happens, but this is a whole totally different scenario. The reason that they have a contract involved and stuff. Well, I'm gonna have a quick sip of some water. I just had these crackers and then they've just gone to the back of my throat. But anyway, pretty much I am very certain they're going to launch the game. I just, with the contract, just glad to see that Dolly's just saying pretty much just stop the cap. And anyway, moving on. So also someone said, I know I won't get a date out of you, but can you at least tell me, will I still be able to beat a dodo's brains out with a club by Halloween and use his corpse for decorating my base? So it was very, very smart the way that this person asked the question, because this is basically just in a more simpler term, is Fear Evolved coming? Because in the crunch, we were told there's a guaranteed Winter Wonderland event coming for Christmas, and there was no mention on a Halloween event at all. And a lot of people are wondering the reason there isn't a Halloween event, because it's too close to launch. But Dolly responded saying, nice try, bruh. Some event info has been shared in the crunch. So this isn't completely ruling it out, because Wildcard normally can say in situations like this, if someone's saying is there going to be a Halloween event, Wildcard can pretty much, if there wasn't going to be one, they are most of the time being allowed to say no, it's just not happening. But Dolly said, nice try. Some event has been shared in the crunch, so it hasn't cancelled out a Halloween event for this year yet. Do I think there's going to be one? It's a really hard one to call. I don't know. I don't think so. But if there is, that would be absolutely amazing. I feel like that would get the hype properly started at the launch of Asa to go straight into a Halloween event. Will Wildcard pull it off for us? That's something we'll be finding out very soon. Also, this is something to cover. Obviously, you may have seen my video yesterday. There was a big talk in the community about a date leak, release date leak. And obviously, a lot of us all kind of knew there's no way this wasn't going to be real. But this person said, even if the real date was leaked, what do you think you'd be like, pretty much? And Dolly was like, if it was real, honestly, I'd probably get real quiet. Because one of the things you have to remember is that the devs at Wildcard have a job. And, it's a great job. You're working at a game that's a huge game. It's grown so much over time, and I'm sure that they're all getting looked after very nicely by the team above. So they have to stick by the rules. As much as we all want to find out the questions, we just have to wait and find out for when the actual news comes out. I mean, it's great that they're allowed to give us little hints and little bits like this that we can cover in these types of videos, but you know, there's no date leak. None of it's true. All we can go on now is our own estimates. We've been given a solid enough date, like sort of week to know that it's coming out in. It's just hopefully finding out very, very soon. And if I can make that video later that I mentioned, I will hopefully have a more of an indication about when we're finding out that release date. But we'll talk more about that later on if that video launches. So yeah, and then someone said, so this was quite a funny one to read. Someone said, what's the ASA release date? And someone replied saying, you've been told this loads of times. And then someone else replied back saying, that's why I atted the dev and not you. And Donnie just replied saying, end of October, mate. Happy to help. Because that's all that anyone's getting at the moment. It's just end of October. Like, you're just not going to get anything else out of it. You can ask clever questions and get responses that aren't too too much bait, I guess I can say. But so you will get responses to stuff that isn't trying to ask too much. But if you are going to ask anything about the release date, you're going to get the same response every single time in the Discord. Is just end of October, and that is it. If you have seen in plenty of my videos building up to launch, we've been told recently there's no delay, as I mentioned at the start of the video, and they are on track. They have a launch date. We're just waiting for that news to come through. Also, something else I thought I'd add into the video, which is pretty cool, is someone said, I keep forgetting to ask this, but, you know, the rain in ARK is a bit, you know, it's not very good in the first ARK, the weather systems and stuff. And Dolly just came back and said, you'll have to wait to check out the weather systems with a smiley face, because if you don't know, they're getting upgraded with ARK Survival Ascended, which I've seen as well some people saying, some mods they'd like to be added into the game. And I've heard about like tornado mods and things. And I'm really interested to see what Wildcard are working on to really improve the weather systems. And if they're going to finally add in those. I know they were planning it for ARK 2, but it'd be so nice to see if they add it in for the Ascended game, is if they really add in proper weather systems. They're meant to be doing like, there was plans to be able to like make these amazing like huge waves in the water and stuff with thunderstorms, and that could all be something that could be amazing within ARK Survival Ascended. So yeah, if you guys have been wondering what I'm talking about in the video later on, it's nothing quiet, it's nothing silent that we can't talk about, but it was literally just due to something how Steam, I'll talk about it in another video once I get the full info, but it's something about how Steam work on how early access. And obviously, if you don't know, ARK Survival Ascended is coming in early access, and they have to follow by the way Steam work in a couple of weeks that you have to announce are coming soon onto the page. So I think from what I've read, you can't just release a game onto Steam without notifying players on the day. So that's some of the information I've read, but until I can confirm this, I won't make a video until later on. And then if it is all true, then I will do a big coverage on this. And then that could potentially mean, if true, we may see the news on Friday. That's why I'm trying not to hype it up too much, but we'll talk about that more in detail later on in the videos. Anyway, guys, closer and closer we get. I cannot wait. It is the 10th of October today. It is a maximum of 21 more days until the game is going to be launched. That is the maximum, because that's the 31st of October. I'm still sticking by my date of the 27th, Friday the 27th. And if that comes true, we'll be playing ASA in 17 days' time. It's come so close. It's so close now. Anyway, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video, which hopefully should be later tonight. See you guys then.